In this video, I'm going to talk about how to best set up your Squeeze page. What I actually decided to do is to create a Squeeze page from scratch so you can follow me along and see how I do this. Before we begin though, I wanted just to quickly go into the history of this Squeeze page that you see in your screen right now. I first found out about this Squeeze page from Ryan Deiss in one of his videos during his pre-launch of his digital marketer membership site, and the video was called "My Best Converting Squeeze Page." And in that video, he shared actually two Squeeze pages, and the one you see on your screen right now was the one that was his best converting Squeeze page that he said was converting at 80% for him. And then he also showed the second one, which he later shared a template for, but he never shared a template for the best Squeeze page. So what I decided to do was to go ahead and create the template and share it with you. I actually have the picture that a screenshot from his video, and this was his best converting Squeeze page. As you can see, it's exactly layout is exactly the same, but I kind of changed a few things because I split tested, and some things just worked better. But as you can see, he was promoting it in the Forex market, and he also had some branding on it, which I do not have, and I will talk about that when we're creating the Squeeze page, whether you want to have branding or not. So yeah, that being said, if you do want to see that video, I'm gonna have a link below this video somewhere on my blog, linking to Ryan Deiss's best Squeeze page video. Now, I don't know, it might not be available because the launch was in August 2011. Last time I checked, it was still up. So he might be doing an evergreen system, so he's maybe constantly driving traffic to his pre-launch funnel. I don't know, but the link will be there. So if it works, it works. If not, sorry you missed out. So yeah, let's get started and go ahead and create our first Squeeze page. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to my WordPress and create a new page. I'm gonna call it Squeeze Page Test. And I'm going to make sure that I select the best Squeeze page template, and it's right here, best Squeeze page template. Now if you happen to watch this video and you haven't downloaded my best Squeeze page template, it should be somewhere on the website. You'll see an opt-in form, or if you're watching it on YouTube, there'll be a link below the video directing you to a download location for you to get the Squeeze page. But if you do have it, you already know how to upload it. You have it uploaded on your WordPress. So yep, it's just right here, and we're all good to go. So the first thing we start with is the headline. Now the success of this Squeeze page is because it's very, very simple. And basically what you want to do is you want to have a very powerful headline because you don't have any copy. So let's start with a headline. I'm going to select heading, make it nice, bold, and thick. And let's say we are in a stock trading market and we're giving away a automated stock trading software. There's two ways you can write a headline. Well, actually there's more than two ways, but most common that you see is the curiosity and a benefit headline. I prefer benefit headlines. They tend to not convert as well as curiosity headlines. But what happens is with curiosity headlines is you get a lot of opt-ins, but you also get a lot of unsubscribes, because if you don't deliver on the promise, or you're promising something way over the top, then people kind of get disappointed, and they just leave your mailing list. And I don't like insulting people's intelligence. I kind of like to say things as they are, exactly what it is and what it does and what they're getting. And just so for some of you who don't know what curiosity headlines are, this is a headline you might see a lot in internet marketing, something that will say, find out how a ex-convict made $500,000 in the first 6 months running automated software. Now it's hypey, but it's also gets your curiosity going. You kind of think, well, who is this guy? How did he do it? You don't really know anything that's going to be revealed to you. All you know, all that happened is they basically got your curiosity engaged, and now you want to find what's on the other side. Um, I tend to stay away from those headlines. Just personal choice. They do convert a little bit better than pure benefit headlines, but as I said, the unsubscribe rate is very high on those. People do get disappointed in what you're, if you don't deliver, if you promise something amazing, and then they look at it, they're like, okay, whatever. Yeah, so I like to go with the benefit headlines. And if you remember the My Squeeze page that I'll show you right here, and as you can see, it's very clear. It tells you exactly what it is. With this particular Squeeze page, I'm doing very, very well. I mean, it says exactly what you're getting. It's a free, simple Squeeze page. It tells you it converts it over 80%, and it can be used with your WordPress theme. And it's kind of like you want it or you don't want it. And most people kind of, uh, people that know me, um, I, you know, I do what I preach. So when they see the Squeeze page, they know that's the Squeeze page they're getting. I'm not going to use one type of Squeeze page to capture leads and then give away something else. No, it's what you see is what you get, and I always follow my own advice. So it's kind of open out there. This is what you see is what you get. You want it, go for it. If you don't want it, you can leave. And it works great for me. It's that's just my personal choice. So let's write a headline for let's say we're giving away a free stock robot. So stock picking robot. So I created a very basic and quick headline here, just to have something up. I usually take a long time to write a headline because it is the most important part of the copy. But just for the sake of this example, so it's free stock picking robot right 68% of the time, predicting breakouts day before they happen. So what I will do is I'll probably make the free red, and I like to start my headlines with something with the power words, what they say in copywriting, and free is one of them. Another one I really like is discover. If I'm giving away information, usually on my Squeeze pages, what I like to give away is something that people can actually use right away. uh, I really don't like when people, write really nice headlines and write nice copy, and then they give you a bunch of theory. Um, I like practical things, either tools or actionable steps that you can literally learn, see, go and use, or information that was not readily available, or some things that somebody didn't know, maybe a resource or something like that. So yeah, free is very powerful, especially if you're giving it away. It captures attention right away. And then I have my headline. So let's go ahead and publish this and see how this looks on the page. Okay, perfect. Now, the way this page is set up is as you add the content, it actually pushes everything up, and then once the headline hits the top part, it actually starts pushing stuff down. So as we fill things in here with a call to action text and the opt-in form, it's actually going to move everything higher up. So this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let's go back and continue. The second thing I do is I'm going to write a very simple call to action text. So something like something basic like this. So basically, write your email in the form below, and I will give you instant access to the stock picking robot. I might write at no cost to you. Yeah, and after that, I'm just going to have an opt-in form. Yeah, update this and see how the page looks. Let's go to our page, click refresh. Alright, perfect. It's starting to look better. And the next thing, what I need to do is I need to insert a opt-in form down below. So I'm going to go to my Aweber, and I have a test list here. So I'm going to create a brand new form for the page. and you're going to get to see how I create my famous yellow pad forms. So this type of form actually comes from direct response, and in direct response they used to direct response marketing, when they used to send letters and have, sales page, and then at the end of the sales page you had the order form that you would cut out with the scissors, and then you'd mail it back with a check or a credit card information. And usually those were yellow or maybe blue collar, and they had the border. So this is where it comes from. It's been studied that people respond to these type of borders because all the coupons come in them. So it always constantly draws people attention. And I like to use these borders in my order forms or opt-in forms. So let me show you how I do this in Aweber. This is actually all done in Aweber except the download button. That comes with a optimized press. I believe it's an upsell in optimized press for the graphics pack. I'm not sure because it's been a while since I purchased optimized press, um, but you can look on their site, and I'll give you the link later and see. But I know that this button comes from Optimize Press. So basically, okay, let's go and look at it. So this is your standard Aweber form. So what I will do is I'll remove the footer. I'll remove the email marketing by Aweber. I will leave the respect your privacy. I kind of like having that. And so I'm going to start working on this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make wider. I'm going to remove the name. And I'm going to tell you why. You see, the thing is, there's still a lot of people using name and email. And if you look at my Squeeze pages, I'm always asking for email. And the reason for that is, well, first of all, you get a lot better conversion with just email. Second of all, you have to understand where it is coming from. The name and email is in internet marketing comes from direct response marketing. And back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, when they were doing a lot of direct response, all the direct response gurus, they realized that the more personalized your piece of a sales letter or a lead generation piece, the more personalized it is, the better response they get. So people started, writing. So for example, if they had a product for engineers, they would say, how can we partition the list of engineers and say, well, the people that are, engineers that work with steel will do something very specific to them, and the guys that work, I don't know, building bridges, for example, right? They'll want to customize something for them. And then what they realized, the ultimate thing was putting a person's name. And that worked great because people would receive their pieces in the mail. It was a piece of paper, and they thought that it was very personalized. It was something that was sent to them. Unfortunately, it actually did work in internet marketing in early 2000s when people didn't know that such technology exists, and they thought every email that comes in and says, "Hey, Michael, how are you? I've made you this, blah blah blah." People actually thought that this was a personalized emails, but we're in 2012, and most people know that every email you receive is not a is not, you're not sitting there and typing emails to everybody on your list. And so that's why I don't use email. So I'm going to leave just the email part, and I'm going to remove the header as well. So this is all I'm left with, this little form, and now we're going to transform it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to the body part, and I am going to select a background for it. And I'm going to go for a yellow background. Something like that. Perfect. So now we have the background. It's already yellow. We're going to look at the border, and we're going to select dashed, and we're going to put it to 3 pixels, and then we're going to change the color of the border to black. And there we go. We have our yellow with a black border order form. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the email form. I kind of like the labels to be inside the input forms. So I'm going to come to sorry, actually it's done here. Yeah, I'm going to remove email, and I'm going to write like that. Insert your best email here. I'm going to make sure that it disappears when it's clicked so it doesn't confuse people. Actually, what I want to also do is I want to make it bolder and bigger. So I'm going to come here, select inputs that's governing this text inside the form. And I'm going to do Verdana is good. Yeah, it's already selected. I'm going to make it 13 pixels and I'm going to make it bold. Just like that. And we're done with this part. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the submit button. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can use their original submit button or you can upload your own. So first thing I'm going to show you is how to make the original button a little bit better. So first thing you want to do is you want to center it. You want to select the text. So I'll go with Arial. I'm going to make it 16. And what I'm going to do is instead of submit, I'm going to write the actual action. So download now. Actually, I would like to make it a little bit bigger. 18. Yeah, perfect. And then I can choose the color. Say I want to come here and make it red. Perfect. And it's, you know, it's perfect. Stands out. You can really nice contrast. You can see it. Another thing is you can do it black. Black also stands out really well on yellow background. But I think I like red. Yeah, I like red more. And that's pretty much it. Oh, also I want to show you how to insert your own button. So what you would do is you would actually click here. When you have the submit button selected, you'd click on advanced, and you see right here it says button image. This is where you would put in direct link to an image that you have selected for your button. So you know, just upload it to your server, upload it through your WordPress into the media. Get the link, direct link, and paste it in here, and you'll see that there you go. And after that, once this is done, you just go ahead and save web form, publish. I will install my form, and you can grab either JavaScript code or raw HTML. I prefer raw HTML just because I know how to edit it a little bit if something goes wrong. But if you don't know HTML, just grab the JavaScript. This will be the easiest thing for you guys. So I'm going to come back here into my page and enter. Actually, right here, I need to, if I'm inserting a JavaScript code, I need to switch to HTML. And just like that. And I also want to center it, so I'm going to put a center tag around this. This is a little HTML tag that says everything that's within these two center tags will be centered on the page. So I'm going to click update. And let's see how it looks like. Alright, perfect. It's exactly how we want it to be. So and the last thing I want to mention is the branding part. Now, if you're driving cold traffic to this Squeeze page, do not use branding. I've split tested it. I've heard a lot of other people split test it. And do not place your logo, do not place your company name, your website name up here above the headline. Do not do this, especially with cold traffic. And I'll tell you why. What happens with cold traffic is they don't know who you are. So everything you do on your Squeeze page, it has to pass a who cares test. And who cares test is if you have here your logo that says, I don't know, whatever, right, Coca-Cola. Well, Coca-Cola is well known, but let's say, you know, internet marketing, blah, blah, blah. If people don't know you, they don't really care. All they care about is what's in it for them. So I will almost never use branding on my Squeeze pages. The only time I'll use branding is if everybody who comes to my page not only knows me but knows me really well. So My suggestion to you guys, I mean, you can split test it, you can see how it converts for you, but it will just distract people. It will take away from very important part, which is this right here and this yellow form right here. And this is what you want people to do. What you want to split test also is an arrow pointing to this to the form. I noticed when I have my forms white with a white background and not with a very big button. The arrow helps, but because my forms are so powerful, you cannot miss them, especially on a white background. This yellow, huge yellow thing, it doesn't really change the conversion rate. And I'm actually running out of time, so I have to wrap this video up. So if you guys have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section or just shoot me an email. And yeah.